Alright guys, so we have a hood scoop to a Subaru WRX. We're going to be wrapping this one in a gloss black. I've been getting a lot of messages on how to wrap this one, so I'm basically going to go ahead and do a quick DIY for you guys. So the way that I wrap these, I'm going to go ahead and do this one in 2 pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and I have my knifeless tape right here, so we don't have to use any blades on the paint or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and lay the knifeless tape right here following the body line, and then we'll go ahead and end it off right here. Same thing as for this side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first, and then once that's finished, we'll go ahead and lay the base, which is going to go ahead and be the middle. And then we'll go ahead and lay the last piece, which will be up here. Alright guys, so we have the 2 pieces of knifeless tape laid down, so we're going to go ahead and lay the base real fast. Before we do, we're going to go ahead and do a quick wipe down once again with rubbing alcohol. Once that's finished, we can go ahead and lay it. Alright guys, so now that that is done, we can go ahead and get our gloss black that we're going to be wrapping this in. This is obviously way too big of a piece that we need, so we're going to go ahead and cut some off. Get rid of that. A little bit difficult working backwards. Bring that just like that. Then have ours like that. So we're going to go ahead and start it off just like this. We'll peel the inside of this. Lock that in right there. Is a little difficult. So we're going to go ahead and lock in the middle. So now that is locked in, keep in mind it is a little bit harder because nobody's here to hold this, so if you do have an extra person, it is a lot easier, so this way it's a lot more sturdy. But we're going to go ahead and work with what we have. Where's my squeegee? Don't need my squeegee, I've got my gloves, that'll work. So you do want to try to glass as much as possible. As I said before in my previous videos, the more it's glass, the easier it is to work with. So as you can see, that just took out a lot of the wrinkles. So now just go ahead and push all of the rest of the air out. And bam, we hit our knifeless, so we're able to stop right there. And then the glove that I am using as well, this is a special wrapping glove made by Avery Dennison. Very, very good glove. So you don't always have to use a squeegee. And then as well for the gloss black, I'm using a Avery Dennison gloss black. I don't really like the 3M gloss black. It leaves a lot of adhesive lines, but some people just prefer 3M because it's 3M. So I don't mind. So when we get right here, we do need a little bit of heat. Let me go and grab the heat gun, which is right here. give that the heat that it needs, and then we can finish it. Oh, that's what it did. The vinyl folded over underneath. Not an issue though. I just pulled it off. Then, just like that. This one is actually finished, so we can go ahead and pull the knifeless tape. That is right here. Vinyl does make it very frustrating because everything's so sticky. Pull it. Make sure that this is where we want it. Just like that. Bam. So now we have this side finished. When you're using knifeless tape, you do want to make sure you pull both strings off, or else it will be stuck underneath, and that's something that we do not want. So we have our first inlay done. No blade marks, nothing like that used on it, so very good. And that one's done. Now we can go ahead and pull off the rest of this vinyl over here. To make it easier, we're just going to go ahead and tear this off. An issue. Go ahead and get the rest of it. Oh wow, looks like a nightmare, doesn't it? Get this all stuck. Alright guys, so it does look like a nightmare at first, so we're going to go ahead and fix this. As I said, when we glass everything, it does make everything easier, so we want to go ahead and try our best to get this as glass as possible. So in actuality, we do want this to pretty much look like this before we start squeegeeing, but it's going to go ahead and be hard because we do have this piece. But let's go ahead and get as much done as we can. We do want to make a relief cut. So if you guys do run into an area that has a lot of attention, you guys always know that you guys can always make relief cuts just to go ahead and relieve as much as you can. So it's getting a little bit hard right here in this area, which is, you guys can probably see better back here. So I'm running into an area right here. So what we're going to have to go ahead and do, we're going to go ahead and lift it back up, and then we'll feed that area back in. So all this has to come back up, and we'll work our way back over here. Cut. Alright guys, so we ended up getting that. We got everything. Oh, and there goes my vinyl blade. But anyways, we got all of that covered. So we're gonna go ahead and, I did leave about a 1/4 inch left just so we can tuck it. So when it does get hot, because the motor obviously does get hot, so we can overlap it just like that. Won't have any issues. It's got a nice area to stick to from the back as well. So if it does lift up, it might lift up a little bit just like that, but it won't come completely up. So we're going to go ahead and pull this knifeless because there's still a little bit of tension. You can see the vinyl coming back. So we'll pull that, stretch that back over. Ooh, almost burned my hand right now. And we'll go ahead and get the knifeless tape, which is stuck in there. No, stuck to the vinyl. We're gonna go ahead and pull our knifeless tape. Make sure we get both strings out. Okay, just like that. Now we pretty much have the base done. We're gonna go ahead and tuck all this real fast up here, and then tuck all this, trim it, and pretty much be done with this area, and then we can go ahead and start laying the top. Alright guys, so we do have the base finished. So what's next is we're going to go ahead and lay our knifeless once again, so we don't have to put any blades on the vinyl now this time. And then pretty much this thing will pretty much be finished. So let's go ahead and get to it. So when you lay knifeless on another piece, you do want to make sure that the knifeless tape is as close as you can get it, but without showing the paint. So you do want to eliminate the paint, of course, and you do want to make sure that it doesn't look wrapped as much as possible. But good thing about the Avery Dennison, it's very thin, so it does lay over nicely, and you can't really see it. So inlays aren't too bad with gloss black, but you do want to eliminate as much as possible. You don't want to wrap a whole car with inlays, it's very bad, and I see it a lot over here. Hold it, pull. If you guys don't know how to make use this knifeless tape properly either, I'll probably make a video for you guys because it is kind of harder to work with. just like that. We can pull that off, and then you do want to make sure you pull both pieces of the tape. Put that back on. And bam, just like that, you have your WRX hood scoop wrapped in gloss black. So I'm going to show you guys the inlays so you guys can see how much you guys can barely tell. Very hard to see. Alright guys, so I just finished up the hood scoop to the Subaru WRX. We did end up doing it in a gloss black. The car outside that this goes on is wrapped in a gloss plum explosion. But I just wanted to go ahead and basically show you guys this up close and personal, because I do get a lot of people that don't like inlays, but this is something that you can barely even tell if it is done correctly. So there is an inlay there. It's just very hard to see. But other than that guys, if you guys did enjoy the video, if I helped you guys out, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.